I'm now going to show you how I plant pins on the course. There's a very good grid texture available on the tutorials on Link's Corner, and I use this, so I'm going to show you how to do it using this method. The first thing to do is clear it off any temporary test pins you've got on the course. So I'm going to go planting pins. I'm just going to remove these pins that I've placed for testing purposes. So I'll box select those and delete them off. And I'm now going to apply the grid texture that I've downloaded onto my greens. So I need to go to the green texture and swap out green 1, find the grid texture, OK, and save it. Now the grid texture will need to be scaled up using a planar mapping, so it's far too small and repeating at the moment, so I'm just going to add a planar mapping now. New mapping, planar, I'll call this pins. And I've got all of the greens on the course selected using the all of type select. I'm going to add this planar, and now I'm just going to scale it up. So I want to scale so that none of the numbers repeat. So if you've got small greens, you can have the scale a little bit smaller, but very large greens you're going to need it a bit bigger, because if any of the numbers repeat you might choose the wrong one when you come to planting the pins. So usually around the 90 marks. Okay, so I'll leave it at 90 for now. And for now I'll just plant a single pin on the green in the middle. Will do, just so that we've got playable holes. And I'll validate and save the course. And now it's time to load it into Links. Okay, I've loaded the course into Links. I'm now going to go into practice mode. Select my course, select all the holes I've created, which on this test plot's only 2, but normally be the whole 18. And I'll select chipping only. Leave the enforce normal drop rules off so that we can pick the ball up and move about easily. And in the pins option, just make sure show all pin positions in a game is ticked. Click OK. So I'm now going to begin play, and it will put us near the edge of the green, so I can pick the ball up because we've got the normal rules turned off, and I can move around and have a look at the green. Now Links requires that you have 18 pins in groups of 6. 6 easy, then 6 normal, then 6 difficult, if it's going to select them properly in the game, because you've got easy pin option, medium pin, difficult pin options. It needs them to be in that order to select them correctly. So we need to plant 18 pins, and the best way to do it is in do it in 3 sessions. So plant all the easy pins, the 6 easy pins, then plant the medium, and then plant the difficult. So for now I'm looking at 6 positions to put an easy pin. So I used the break line indicator because that's how I play the game anyway. You could turn the grid on, I suppose, if you're used to that, but the pole will show the direction of slope, the white line shows where the slope's going, and the yellow bar that creeps up the pole at the bottom shows how steep it is. So this is pretty steep. It's going over halfway through the first red section, and this reasonably flat. It's only going up the pole just a little way, so we don't really want to go more than halfway up the pole's first section. So if it's going over half up the red section at the bottom of the pole, it's not a good place to plant a pin because of mod conditions. The fast greens, the ball won't be able to stop on a slope that steep, and it will just roll back, and you'll get a lot of moaning golfers. So we really want to find 6 places that we can plant a pin, and preferably towards the centre of the green for easy pins. So, well, that's a nice easy spot, almost flat there. This is flat as well. What I tend to do is imagine the corners of the numbers as A, B, C and D. That gives me an option. If I wanted to put a pin there, I would call that 96 AC, because it's between A and C. So I'd write 96 AC on a bit of paper, yellow 96 because it's the yellow number, and write that down on a piece of paper, and then pick another one, the middle of there, that's fine, yellow 80, and just work your way around the green, trying to find nice flat spots for your easy pins. Make sure they're in easy positions. That's not bad. Blue 17. Then it's just a matter of going to the next hole and doing the same thing on each green until you've got 6 easy pins marked out. Then it's back into APCD, and it's just a matter of copying what you've written on your list onto each green. So blue 17, set the pin difficulty to easy for our first 6. The pin we've planted, we can either move that into first position for pin 1, or we can just delete it again. I'll just delete it for now, I think. And I'll plant my first pin there, yellow 80, and you just go round your 6 positions on each green, making sure they're all set to easy. I've just planted those as normal. If they're not set at the right difficulty level, you just need to select them. You just need to change and click apply to change the setting. Select that pin, easy, apply, and just check through the list. So the first 6 should all be easy. If they're not, set it to easy and click apply. Pin 2, that's alright. Pin 3, that's normal, so that should be easy. Apply. Pin 4, easy. Apply. So just double check, because it's easy to forget to turn the pin to easy before you click on it, and you'll plant them all as normal or hard, whatever the last setting was on. So once we've got 6 pins on each green, all planted as easy, It's time to validate and save again. Then back into links and work out where the next 6 are going. Do the same thing and then repeat it a third time for the hard pins, and you'll have greens with 18 pins on, and they should all be playable, hopefully. If you've written the right numbers down, you should have no problems.